Here's a marvelous writing by Ili Chiara, my new favorite mystic from Romania. And he writes this explanation of one of his poems. And I've had a real great time over the last 10 days or so, just kind of rolling it through my mind and enjoying the encounter quite a bit. He says, creation is constant movement, eternal newness, and absolute freshness. It never repeats itself. It is never static, and it is never caught in the trap of space and time. The individual mind, no matter how cultured, has no access to the phenomenon of creation and cannot understand it. Because the mind is always old and outdated. Each movement of this particular mind separates and limits. Thus, with such a mind, we will never, under any circumstances, be able to discover the mysteries of the movement of creation. Therefore, this ordinary mind must be silent. But how can we make it become silent? Only in one way, when we encounter it simply and directly with the flame of attention, without having any motives or ideals to accomplish. If the meeting happens in the right way, the mind becomes quiet. It becomes completely silent. And in that moment, our whole being is detached from the known. From then on, the vessel of consciousness, thus emptied, is able to encompass and understand the newness brought forth by the movement of life. Therefore, a new mind without limits and without knowledge, in its stillness, it is creative, and though it, the person, is always new and active, such a mind, in a state of pure consciousness, creates radical changes in the structure of the ordinary man by its simple presence. I love this notion that this which is being presented in this moment, don't look at it historically or over time, just see this moment, that this whole changing creation, this phenomena of existence, is coming and presenting itself to you fully through all of your senses, to your mind. It is never repeating, always changing, never still. And the mind, to handle such a thing, always has to meet it with the same freshness, the same newness, the same attention as the phenomena is presented to us. And it can only do that when the mind is not projecting memory and trying to define and distinguish and categorize and relativize all of the experience, but to see the change with the same freshness and openness as it is presented. This is what creates that fundamental awareness in us. This is what excites us to a new understanding of our nature, of what we are. We're no longer the collection of memories and thoughts. We're no longer this bundle of restrictions and limitations called personality. We're no longer stuck where we are. We're always free in the moment, without a desire. That's true freedom. Freedom is never to do what you want to do. Freedom is to be free of want, so that there's nothing controlling you, that you're absolutely free. So meet your moment, this eternal moment that way. The eternity of it becomes only aware, or we become aware of this eternity of the moment only through meeting it in the way that Ili is talking about here, with that absolute freshness and openness of mind, without interpreting it through history or projecting it through future, just letting the isness of the moment be enough. You know, in that, Eckhart Tolle says, is an infinite wisdom available to us, spontaneously and ready, there at our hand, as necessary. So no, you're free. Be free in this moment. At this moment, if it isn't as you want it to be, go inside and see what needs to change in the way that you meet the moment, because the moment is always perfect. All of the sages have said so. It's only our projection and our minimizing ourself through ideas and limitations that we find the moment to be unsatisfying. For the moment is profound, beautiful, infinitely deep, a mystery that this mind will never be able to grasp. It's only our self free of mind, free of linear thinking, unbound by the definitions of habit. It's only that mind that can see the moment as divine. But that's the truth. It's worth the effort.